Hi all, welcome you to Increase Media. Today in this video, I would like to discuss on one of the most essential grammar part, verb and its types. Watch the video. Okay, let's start from its definition. What is a verb? A verb is a word or a group of words that expresses an action such as eat, or an event such as happen, or a state such as exist. Okay, let's have a look into its types. There are various types of verbs, but in this video we are focusing on the first type of the verb, that is called main verb or action verbs, and the remaining two types, linking verbs and helping verbs, let's discuss in the next video. Okay, let's start from action verb. What is meant by action verbs? Action verbs are words that express action. Example, give, eat, walk, etc. Or a possession. Example, have, own, etc. And it can be either transitive or intransitive. So what is transitive? Transitive verb. A verb that needs object to complete itself is called transitive verb. It is called transitive because it passes its action from subject to an object. That's why it is called transitive verb. Let's look into its examples in sentences. For example, he killed a snake. In this sentence, the action of killing passes from the subject he to the object snake. There is a transition happens. That's why it is called transitive verb. This verb is needed into an object so as to be completed. That's why it is called transitive verb. Fine. What about intransitive verb? Intransitive verb, a verb that doesn't need any object to complete itself, is called intransitive verb. It does not pass its action from subject to object. Let's see its examples. He sat, or she is sitting. In these sentences, its meanings are completed by the comments of verbs itself. These sentences do not need an object to be completed its sense, as we told in the case of transitive verb. That's why it is called intransitive verb. And if you need more example for intransitive verb, here are some of that: arrive, go, lie, sneeze, sit, die, etc. And again, these main verbs or action verbs are divided into two kinds. We normally use regular verbs and irregular verbs. The regular verbs are those whose past tense and past participles. In simple language, we can say verbs second form and verbs third form are formed by adding a d or an ed to the end of the verb. For example, look, looked, looked, or prepare, prepared, prepared. In these sentences, in the first one, look, looked, looked, second and third forms are formed by adding an ed to the first form of the verb. And in the second one, prepare, prepared, prepared, its second form and third forms are formed by adding letter d. So such kind of verbs are known as regular verbs. So the irregular verbs are so simple, as its name indicates. Its second form and third form are not followed by a common rule, or we can say we cannot bring them under a common rule. For example, write, wrote, written, eat, ate, eaten, see, saw, seen, etc. So we can see in these verbs, its past tense and past participles tenses are not formed by under a common rule. That's why these verbs are known as irregular verbs. So this is for today's video, and let's discuss the remaining types in the next video. Thanks a lot for watching this video. I hope that it was very useful for you. Let's meet in the next class. Stay tuned.